Well, good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, and good morning, everybody. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to another episode of The Morning Glow. Welcome to another episode of The Morning Glow. Got a great broadcast lineup for you this morning, as I hope and I pray that we always do. I'm not important, just a question asker. My name is Raheem Archman out of Atlanta, Georgia, and I want to say thank you to everybody for joining us, that's going to join us, and that's going to be a part of this conversation today. I'm not here by myself, y'all. Not here by myself. No, I got my brother from another mother, but we got the same father. This is Badger. Good morning, Badger. How you doing this morning?
Good morning.
Everything good with you, brother?
Yeah, another good day.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. How was your weekend?
Pretty chill and relaxing.
That's good. That's good. That's good. That's always good, man. I had an event to go to on Saturday. Yes, Saturday, and we got there about. Well, we got caught up in some traffic. This Atlanta traffic, man, really disappointed me on Saturday, man. We left home about a good 2 hours before the event, and still was an hour late. Well, 45 minutes late.
We had a shooting.
Good Lord,
Yeah,
that's not
uh,
good. Anybody get killed?
two.
Ooh, they catch him?
Yeah. Last I checked, they are still on the run.
Wow, wow. What's the story behind that?
Uh, Something about. I think it was some kind of dispute or argument or something, and the guy shoots these two young women.
Shot two women.
Yeah,
Good Lord. So,
and it
so
probably happened about 10 minutes from my house.
wow. Did they know each other, or it's just a random type of situation?
Uh, it seemed like the sister or something hit hit him
Uh huh.
or helped him leave
Mm.
or something. So I don't know. It seems to be a pretty big situation.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Okay. Wow.
It's just wow.
Yeah, yeah, and that's what it is, man. A lot of times, man, these situations, man, and these gun shootings, man. People say, some people say it's NRA and they should need to get on it. Some people say it's the government. Some people say that it's the people, and I say it's a combination of all of them, man.
Yeah,
I say it's a
I don't
combination.
disagree with that.
Yeah, it's, and like I said, what they need to do, man, is everybody don't need a gun.
No, that's
Everybody,
why I don't own one.
Mhm. Well, I can't say that, brother. I can't say that because
Well, no, I
huh?
would be one of those people if I see someone like hurting a kid or something. I'd just put a
Mhm.
hole in their head. That's
Yeah.
why I don't own one.
You can see, I call mine to push him back out my front door. The push him back out my front door action. You come here acting a fool, I'm gonna push you back out my door. And I ain't gonna put my hands on you, but I'm gonna push you back out my door if you know what I mean. Tucson, good morning, sir. How you doing this morning?
Good night. Good morning. I'm doing all right. How about you?
Hey, doing good, doing good. Badger was telling us, man, that there was a shooting down his way, man, not too far from his house, actually. I see a fella shot two women. And I was saying that, it's NR, some people say NRA, some people say it's gun control, some people say it's the government, some people say it's the people that's actually pulling the trigger. What do you say it is, Tucson? Why is gun control so out of control? Why is guns so out of control here in America now?
You know what? I got two in in the house and they ain't killed nobody.
Yeah, yeah. Mm-hmm.
They ain't killed nobody since I got it.
Yeah, yeah.
You
Mm-hmm.
know, matter of fact, I got the ammunition, but unless you load it, it ain't gonna kill nobody.
Yeah. Gonna sit right there.
It can, capable. They work.
Mm-hmm.
I tested it,
Yeah, yeah. They work very
but
well.
didn't kill nobody yet.
So you say it's the
Both
people.
of them.
So you say it's the people.
Well, I don't think that the weapons get themselves off the shelf. Don't make themselves. They don't get themselves off the shelf, and then somebody got to take it home and decide where you either gonna put it or don't take it home or sell it to a person that's not thinking straight.
Mm-hmm.
Then it don't load itself.
Yeah.
You got a self-loading weapon.
Mm-hmm.
Anybody got a self-loading weapon?
Ain't no AI weapons out there right now.
They got weapons that load themselves.
No, I say there are no AI weapons.
that
That
we know about.
yeah, there will be them AI weapons right there. Yeah, load themselves, aim,
Oh,
fire, and
really?
all kind of stuff.
That
Yeah,
we know about. Bad
yeah,
to say what we know about.
yeah.
Okay. How that happen? How that work? How they work then?
Mm-hmm. Mm.
If they do, how does that work?
I don't think it does, brother.
Automatically?
Mm-hmm.
Somebody program them if that's the case? Or does it program itself? I'm
Mm.
just asking.
Yeah, I'm asking for a
Since we
friend.
got it. It got to be something the way we say it.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Somebody doing something.
Mm-hmm. And
I
some,
don't know. Maybe I'm not too bright. I'm starting to think I'm stupid.
no, not the
That's a
wise
bad
man,
word.
not the wise man. No,
That's
sir.
the bad. Well, right is wrong. So wise must be a fool.
Yeah, yeah. You,
I guess.
you
I'm just saying.
exactly.
Because some of the things that we deal with every day in society, I be thinking, no, that can't be right.
Mm-hmm.
But there's somebody clapping their hands behind it and
Like,
supporting it wholeheartedly.
yeah. Some is
So
outlandish.
I'm gonna rethink it, man. I'm getting my head examined.
Uh-oh, because they crazy. You gonna get your head examined because they crazy, huh?
I guess so. Yeah, yeah. But somebody say they're smart people. I know some people right now. They said, "Man, they are genius. They're genius." I'm saying to myself, "Well, I must be the one that's stupid."
That fool
Said
don't
stupid twice already this morning.
that nut don't even know how to tie his own shoe. How smart is he? Don't even know how to tie his own shoe. Stanley, good morning, sir. How you doing this morning?
Doing good, brother. How are you this morning?
Hey, doing good. What do you say about that, Stanley? Yeah, and with the situation that Badger was talking about, there was a shooting down there. A young fella shot 2 people, killed. Badger, you say they died, right? Did they die?
Yeah.
Killed 2
I'll see if
women.
I can pull up the story.
Okay. Killed 2 women, and I'm asking the question. Some people say it's NRA. Some people say it's the government. Some people say it's people. But what do you think it is? What do you think it is that's making the folks kill each other like they're doing all these mass shootings and all kind of different things? What do you think the core of it is?
Well, a lot of it is mental health. A lot of it is stress. A lot of it is hatred. There's a whole lot of scenarios with that. I don't know what that particular scenario is, but it's just a lot of folks are going through a lot of stressful situations. A lot of folks are just crazy,
Mm-hmm.
and a lot of folks are just racist.
Yeah.
So the NRA really don't have a lot to do with a lot of that stuff, because people have always owned guns. Back in the day, people used to hunt their own foods and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But the hatred and the mental health and the stress that's going on right now with a lot of folks, man, a lot of folks freaking out. You have folks that can't pay their bills, can't buy groceries, can't get gas, can't do a lot of things. So that's a stressful situation. But then also there's a lot of racism going on.
Yeah.
A lot of people kill other folks, shooting other folks because they don't like the color of their skin.
Exactly.
But then there's also a lot of people suffering from mental health issues that don't need guns.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a lot. Like I said, I don't know what that particular story is. I haven't seen that yet, but it's just a lot of things, a lot of different scenarios, man. I was with Tucson. He said he has 2 guns. I have 1 gun in the house, and the only reason I have a gun in the house is my best friend from the military died a few years ago, and he always wanted me to have this pump shotgun. He had bought a new pump shotgun. They left it to me when he passed away, so it's in there in the closet. But I've yet to shoot it or anything because I really don't need to do that.
Yeah, exactly.
But just him leaving it to me was was on. But like I said, there's a lot of different scenarios, man.
Yeah, it really is.
Crazy folks out there, it's some racist folks out there, and it's some mentally challenged folks out there.
Yeah, exactly, exactly. And I want to publicly, brother, congratulate you, man. There was a fantastic event you had Saturday, man. My wife and I, we really enjoyed it, man. Fantastic, man. You and there's some great people that was there. I met some real nice people, and so, man, congratulations on
All
that.
right.
You did that, brother. You did that.
Thank you, brother. I appreciate that, man.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Tucson, what's on your heart?
I was still talking about the
Yes, sir.
gun
Yes, sir.
situation.
Uh-huh.
Well, um, I guess the only thing I think about when I talk with the NRA is that they're making the money anyway.
Mm-hmm.
They support anything to make a living. Any evil, you check the root of it, and it has a price tag behind it. Any.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
guess I'm gonna say that again. That sounded right,
Mm-hmm.
unless I'm crazy again. Any evil, you find any of it. And if you look at the root of it, somebody's making a living or
Yep.
earning something behind it.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So when you get degrees out, you might start with a solution, but some people, that's all they think about.
Mm-hmm.
How can I make a living? And they'll sacrifice you and me and my cousin and Nana and Papa and Grandma and everybody else.
All of them.
We see all of them. We see it happening to the young and the old, the guilty and the innocent. And it don't make no difference. They even sacrifice some of their own people because they're doing it.
Mm-hmm.
Because you see, if you get a weapon in just one wrong hand, that wrong hand can take out a multitude of people.
Yep.
And then if you add influence, I guess you say. Influence will start a war.
Mm-hmm. Say it.
And somebody gonna make some money off of that too. I'm just saying, I believe that now. And then we got the sick society. We living in a sick society.
Yes, sir.
The worst I ever seen it. Well, Stanley, what we knocking 60s, we somewhere around there, bumping heads with it. And have you ever seen it as bad as it is now? And we've seen some ugly.
Mm-hmm.
We've seen some ugly that was legal.
Yeah.
In my days, they made it legal
Mm-hmm.
to deny us of some things. And I don't want to get into all of that, but I'm saying even that is not ugly as it is now, because now you got a suit on,
Mm-hmm.
and they are doing it a different way because they sit behind the seat and dictate it,
Mm-hmm.
manipulate it, and make it look right, then back it up with the law.
Mm. Mm.
Legal corruption.
Wow.
So I don't know. That's what on my mind.
Yeah,
On
exactly.
my heart, or whatever you want to call it.
I got you. I got you. Badger, talk to me.
Yeah, Raheem, you know what? I know you say what's on your heart. I don't let these things get to my heart, man,
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
because it'll bother me too much.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's happening more and more every day.
It'd be hard to put it down.
That's all. Yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it'll be hard to put it down. You're absolutely right. You're absolutely right. Badger, talk to me.
So from what I'm reading and finding and the info that's been put up so far on it, is it was a dispute between a guy and two women, and one of the women was the mother of one of his children, like a
Wow.
ex-girlfriend or something, or they said it was an ex-girlfriend, and I guess he didn't like what they said and took their life.
Mm. Wow.
Sounds like a pretty petty reason to me.
Don't like what they said, and he found.
That's my assumption. I'm not
Yeah.
gonna
Yeah.
say that that's the truth. I
Okay.
don't.
Mm.
The information was literally domestic dispute. Is the way it was relayed. So my assumption, based on those words, is something that was said that he didn't like.
Now their life gone, his life gone. He's going to prison for the rest of his life. What does that? What does that do to them, Stanley? What does that do to them children? How? What does that do to them kids?
and it messes them up for life,
Yes, sir.
and also leaves them without, a parent.
Yep.
And that's what a lot of folks don't realize, man. That's like these cartoons. I tell folks all the time, life is not a cartoon. You can't pull that trigger and pull that bullet back like they do in a cartoon or stop that thing.
Mm-hmm.
Once that trigger has been pulled, that's it. You have changed somebody's life forever.
Yep. Yep.
The person that pulled the trigger and the people that got hit by that bullet, and then the family members of all those people that was affected.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what folks don't realize. That's I had not owned a gun in 20 plus years until, like I say, he left with a shotgun, because there was a situation that I had a misunderstanding with somebody, and I was so hot that I was going to my truck to get my gun. But on my way to my truck, I calmed down.
Mm-hmm.
Because I think about it, if I'd have done that, I'd have been in prison. They'd have been dead.
Exactly.
There's been a whole lot of family that stuff. I got rid of my pistol. The next day it was a 380. I got rid of that thing the next day.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And that was back in the late 90s. So,
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes you have to, let cooler heads prevail, as they say. Everybody does not need a gun. I was just looking at the NRA. They was founded in 1871. And I'm quite sure, and I could be wrong, I'm not prejudiced by no means, but I could be wrong, but I'm thinking that has something to do also with the Emancipation Proclamation.
Yes, sir.
Once the slaves were freed.
Yes, sir.
I think that's why they did that. Because it was like, 5, 6 years after the slaves were freed. So and I might be wrong, but I'm just putting it out there.
Yes, sir.
As a possible that NRA was founded back then.
Absolutely.
But it's just so much, man. Like I said, it's like right now, if they would say, okay, we're going to ban this gun, ban that gun, there's no way they could ever collect every gun that every person has, or even know who has what. Because for years, when they would go to these gun shows, they really wouldn't ask for any information. Guys would go there and just buy guns.
Yeah. Yeah. Exactly.
So there's some folks out there right now, just not being funny, but there's some folks out there right now just as nutty as a fruitcake.
Yeah.
And they have a stockpile of in their home.
Exactly. Wow. 508-924-3521. 508-924-3521. Greatest switch yourself. I said on Friday we was gonna talk about this. So we're gonna go ahead and jump into this conversation. We may not be on it very long. I don't know if it even merits a long conversation on it, but I want to talk about it. Just as long as we talk about it, we're gonna talk about it. I'm trying to get it here. Y'all bear with me for a second. I'm feeling Fallon, but let's stay with you, Stan. Let's stay with you for a second. The rapper that's here in Atlanta, I can't remember what his name is. Young Thug, I think it is, something like that. I may have the name wrong, but he's on trial right now, and they have decided that they're going to use some of his lyrics in the case against him. Some of the lyrics that he used, and I'm asking the question. I said on Friday that is art. Is his art. But he's has some of his lyrics are kind of rough now about he'll do this, he'll shoot this person, or how he did that. Some of his lyrics are pretty rough. But I'm asking this question: should the court use rap lyrics, a person's rap lyrics, in a trial against them? What do you say to that, Stanley?
Okay, if some of those rap lyrics was in the crime that he committed, yes. You know what I'm saying? If you're on trial for something that you did and something that you rapped about, yes, I think so. I guess it all depends on what he's on. I haven't keeping up with that either. So I guess it all depends on what he's on trial for and what he was rapping about.
I think it's I don't know if it's murder, but I know it's gang activity and stuff like that. I know that's a part of they say they're tying him into some gang, and some of the stuff that they're saying that he did was some shootings, and I don't know if it was killings, but shootings, and but it's all gang related. But he out there, he rapping.
So what he rapping about is something that he actually did.
That's what they're saying. That's what they're saying. He's saying no. He's saying no.
Almost like premeditation, bro.
But I believe he's saying, but I know exactly what you're saying. But he's saying no, though. He's saying it's art. It's an art form. He said there's all kind of people out there that rap about the hood and live in the suburbs somewhere, don't know nothing about the hood. He said that's just an art.
He's saying it's the art, but he's involved in some shootings.
Yeah, they
Oh, okay. So that art came to life. So he's doing performing arts now, right?
Lord.
It ain't funny. I'm just saying. He said it's art. Okay, so you're performing your art. So hey, you have to suffer the consequences.
Wow. Okay. Okay.
I'm just saying.
Yeah. But can that really be evidence against him though to prove him guilty? A rap song.
Because if you're rapping about something that you actually went out and did, you didn't just think about it. You didn't just put it on paper. You just think about it. But you actually performed that.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Okay. Badger, what do you say to that? If he's rapping, if he's rapping as an art form, but they're trying to tell what you rapped about is something that actually happened, and they're speculating that it is or it did not, with evidence or without evidence. Should his art be used in court against him?
Man, that's I view that as a little bit of a tough one. I view that it's going to depend. Sort of like if it becomes an act, like how some people they'll vent online and stuff, or they'll write something in frustration, and that can be used. I view it in that category, and I was actually looking that up, and based on the behaviors, based on what he is in trouble for and everything else, seems like he's literally just doing what his song lyrics said. It's not just
but and I know you know this, but a lot of time the industry will give you an image that they want you to live up to, not necessarily mean that that's who you are. I mean, they give rappers and different people images all the time. I want you to be this person, and like he said, a lot of times they do that, and they say, well, look, you rep the hood, you blase blase. They live over in the suburbs somewhere in the most lavish part of town. Don't know nothing, probably never stepped foot in a ghetto, in a hood at all. But it's an art.
Isn't that a choice?
We're not talking about choices. We're talking about should the courts be able to use that as evidence? Because if they sign this label and say, look, I want you to use this image, blase blase blase, and like Tupac said something about it. He said, man, all these people walking here talking about what they done, they ain't never done nothing, man. You put them in the hood, man, they won't last 5 minutes because they don't know nothing about the hood. Tretch from Naughty by Nature, he said, if you don't know about the ghetto, stay out of the ghetto. He used certain words because you wouldn't understand the ghetto. You'll get ate up by the ghetto. So stay out of the ghetto. And he's telling people that's what it is. People fabricate the truth about what it is just to make themselves look bigger. What if he's doing that? Should that be used in evidence in court against him?
Once again, I feel it depends on what he did, and if it is actual acts.
Keep doing some research on that, Badge. I want you to throw some facts about what they're saying. Throw some of that stuff at us. Keep doing some research on that. Joseph, good morning, sir. How you doing this morning?
Hey, good morning, family. How's everybody?
Hey, doing good, doing good. Joseph, you out there in the community, man. You fight against stuff like this all the time, man. Should the courts be able to use and what's the young? Is it Young Thug that's being tried here in Atlanta? Is it Young Thug?
Yeah.
Yeah. Should they use his rap lyrics in court against him?
You know, that's a very slippery slope.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, it's a very slippery slope. And yet it seems to be the logical progression in this climate for rap music, in this climate,
Mm-hmm.
in this anti-black climate.
Mm-hmm.
You know, Tupac came out with that song "Hit 'Em Up," where he was slamming Biggie and P Diddy and all them, and I really think that it raised the emotional tension in the music world, and I think that might have been that might have been the reason for his demise and Biggie's demise.
Mm-hmm.
Because there's a spirit in the music, you see.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And it has an influence on young minds, man, impressionable minds. Even in our schools, I think a lot of the violence and misbehavior in school has a lot to do with lyrical contents and the music that our young people listen to.
Okay.
So
influence.
It's a slippery slope, though. Because we have freedom of speech, and do you want to go down that road? Because who's to say that I could write a poem one day and it has nothing to do with anything? Just, I'm just
it's art.
Putting some art out.
Yeah.
And then, through the course of time, something went down and, individual got into it and I had to defend myself. Well, you're gonna take my poem now and indict me?
Exactly.
Yeah, so it's a slippery slope.
See,
it's a slippery slope, and yet it is it's good that we can have this conversation now because there's many other things attached to it. There's other dimensions to it. So, man, it's a great topic, brother.
Yes, sir. Praise God, man. Appreciate you. Toya with a T. Good morning, young lady. How you doing this morning?
Good morning. How y'all doing?
Hey, doing good. Good to have you, sister. I need to ask you this question. We're talking about Young Thug, and he's in trial. He's on trial right now, and they're saying they have passed it and said that they can use his rap lyrics in court against him. Right. He says art. He says art, and like I was saying earlier, right. some rappers that came out and they say, some of these people go out here and they rap about stuff that they don't know nothing about, never been in the hood at all, right. Don't know nothing about the hood. If they go, Toya, right. If they go to the neighborhood that you grew up in, some of these rappers that claim to be thugs, they wouldn't make it.
Ain't gonna make it. That's right.
But they rap about it. They rap about it all day though. They rap about it. And so my question, my question is, should the courts be able to use their art form, what they're rapping about, in court against them?
They used it against Trump when he said, right?
Yeah.
When he said, so why not? If they do it to him for the president, why not do it for the rapper?
Mm-hmm.
And then why don't we do it for the movies too? It's impressionable too. You know what I mean? So this is the thing. This is my issue with that. They're always trying to put stuff on us.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. The rules always change for us. The laws always change for us. Punishment always change for us. And I that's what I got the issue with. Now let's talk about heavy metal. Let's talk about a multitude of influences that are out here that influence us to influence humans, not just black people. Influence humans to do a wrong thing,
mm-hmm.
right?
Yes.
You take heavy metal and what it contains, along with the energy behind it, the purposeful energy, and then you're gonna take rap music, which was something that was, created of actual circumstances. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Why not get mad at the TV producers too? They do stuff on TV that they don't do in real life.
Yeah.
They jump off cliffs and stuff that they don't do in real life. No, we got to get back to holding accountability. And then we got to get back to actually understanding what's going on when it comes to Western civilization and its citizens. There are influences from a subconscious level that they allow these companies to do. There are influences from a physical and biological level that helps influence some of our actions. So no, we're not just going to blame the rapper. It's
Mm-hmm.
only the black rapper they want to blame. They don't want to blame Alex Hansen, and that's his name, the right person.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, they want to blame Trump for what he said, but there is a multitude of different people and different influences that allow us to make the choices and decisions that we do. You're not going to blame them. So if they're going to blame Young Thug, there's a multitude of other people before him that also needs to be suited for this crime.
Mm-hmm.
However, at the end of the day, where we need to zone in at is black people stop doing everything for money. Stop thinking that these white folks just up in one day decided to not do anything wrong no more when it comes to enticing us to do the wrong thing against our people. Off a GP of us knowing they're not right, we shouldn't be rapping about each other being B's and H's. We shouldn't be rapping about influencing our communities to purchase and indulge in things that are no good for them. That from the Bible itself is where we curse ourselves, not the white folks. We're not supposed to set traps for other people. We're not supposed to do things for the love of money. And this consequence is something that's just biting Young Thug in the butt because we still refuse to acknowledge the fact that there are commandments that we got to live by.
Yes.
So at the end of the
Yes.
day, if they're going to charge Young Thug for what he's going through, they better go ahead and open up the books and also collect and gather a multitude of other, including white supremacists, for the things that they've said and done when it comes to influencing people.
That's good. That's good. I was looking at an interview. I'm gonna try to find an interview too. What what's my boy name? 50 Cent was talking about Power, the movie, the show Power that he has, and people were saying that it's influencing people to be out there and be violent and blah blah. He said no, it's just art. It's a movie. You look at it for what it is. It's a movie. It's just it's a television show. It's a series, and it's just art. It's entertainment. But the problem with that is some people can't separate. Some people don't know how to separate. They think it's real. They look at that and they think it's real. They see they see an actor on TV that played a role, and they won't call him by their name if they happen to see him on the street. They'll call him by the role that they played. Hey, JJ, Jimmy Walker. What name? Jimmy Walker. They call him JJ. Still call him JJ to this day. Curtis, good morning, sir. How you doing this morning? Curtis, you there?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Good deal. Curtis, we talking about what we said we was gonna talk about today, man. Starting out, Young Thug, he's on trial right now. They say they're going to use a lot of his rap lyrics against him as a pretty much as a witness against him. Do you think that they should be able to use rap lyrics in court against an individual that's on trial?
I rest on both sides of that coin, man. Because if you're dumb enough to be in the street, right? If you're dumb enough to be on the street, be in the street like that, and then put it in your lyrics to shine, then you need to go to jail. You know what I mean? That's like me and you sitting there, we planning on robbing a bank. We come up with the plan from the top to the bottom. I'm walking down the street. I walk in front of the police station. I'm saying it out loud. Yeah, we're going to hit the bank 8 o'clock tomorrow morning. And then when they locked me up, I had free speech. I was walking down the street. Man, come on, man. You know what I mean? But the thing that always baffles me is a lot of these dudes, and here's my other side to this. A lot of these dudes are not them dudes. They rapping about street stuff that they heard.
Yeah.
Was passed on to them.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Gossip. They got a hold of it. They ain't rapping about it like they actually know what really was going down, and really they don't.
And that's my point, Curtis, because a lot of times, a lot of the guys, and you know how the industry works. Sometimes they'll give them a certain image. I want you to be this person and become this person, and that's what I want you to be. And it has nothing to do with Thug. Don't have nothing to do with street. They don't know nothing about that, but they give them that image. And if that be the case, how could you use that against them when it's just art?
Yeah, if you want to call it that, you know what I'm saying? I mean, folklore, whatever you want to call it, storytelling, whatever you want to call it.
Don't isn't that something that the industry do from time to time? They'll give a person an image and I want you to be this person.
Oh yeah. The industry will definitely try and box you in and stereotype you to get you to do what they want to do, because they have already checked and peeked that, you know, this is gonna sell this kind of money.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Like, that's the one thing I'm kind of glad that I transitioned from that side of the industry to the side that I'm on, is because I'm allowed a little more freedom.
Mm-hmm.
Most rappers, a lot of people don't know this, but most rappers, although we think it's hard, they really are boxed in, man. They really are boxed in, because if they got to make a determination. Do I want to really say what I feel? Do I really want to make the type of music I want to make?
Mm-hmm.
Or am I going to have to make the type of music I'm told to make in order to make a living? So it can, that whole thing can be crazy. But I mean, if you're going to prosecute Young Thug, then we need to not waste no more money on this Donald Trump thing. You need to go out and throw him in jail.
Facts. 5089.
You know what I mean?
5089243521. 5089243521. Can should that be done? Should you be able to use a person's art, a person's rap lyrics? And yeah, you know, if they line it up and say, well, you know, this happened, you talked about it on the rap during this time, and you know, the timeline lines up and blah blah blah. You did it. We can put you at that place at that particular time. You know, maybe you shouldn't have rapped about that. Maybe you should have left those couple of lines out. But Tucson, what do you say to that, man? Should they be able to do that?
They shouldn't, but they do it every time when they're ready for it. That's why you got. That just mean and we can't talk like I say we can't. I don't talk like everybody. Even this is Christian broadcast station, and that's all good. But everybody ain't Christian.
Yeah.
Everybody don't know God, don't know Jesus. Then some of them ain't studying. And so but still, there's things that you can't get away from, and the words that sometimes we there's life and death in the power of the tongue. If I call myself Young Thug, OG, whatever, people gonna see me as that. One day, somebody gonna try to see if I'm really a thug. And here I go. And here's the conversation that I've been having all the time. When the powers that be decide that they have had enough of you, you just set yourself up for what you already said. And when they get tired, you know, when they get ready to use something, and I don't think I'm prejudiced. I don't think I am. But they try it on us. They want to make a law. They keep us in mind. Because see, we try stuff that they've been getting away with to see if we can get away with it. And when they get ready, when they get ready, the lawmakers and the lawmakers, you see, they make laws with us in mind. They've been doing for a long time. You know, they abolish, even if they abolish slavery, they make a law to keep you bound up, keep you trapped, just in case you really want to be free.
Wow.
So the freedom of speech, you're free to say what you want to, till you say the wrong thing to the wrong person.
Yeah.
Or your actions fulfill what you said. And then they say, oh, you didn't have that in your art. your actions can come out,
Mm-hmm.
and here you go. I mean, I don't know, man. I don't know. Just me. But every time something comes up, I'm like, um, I can't. I'm sorry, man. I can't call your name. I'm multitasking.
Mm-hmm.
I guess I got too much on my mind.
Don Stanley?
But Donald Trump,
Oh.
no.
You say I'm just like you. I know you and Stanley cut from the same cloth.
Yeah, I'm agreeing with him too. Man, they should have been locked Trump up. He should go to jail right now.
Mm-hmm.
Kurt said that.
Oh, okay, got you.
Just because he done said some things, and he done carried some things out that he's trying to make, his actions are coming to play right now. So let's cancel out the trial and put him behind bars.
Wow.
Because when you say we used to treat them rough, and then you see the next day somebody's walking out of the stadium and somebody elbows another person side of the head. Wait a minute.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Didn't Trump just say that?
Exactly.
So, but see, he's not us. And that's just my opinion.
Yep. 508-924-3521. 508-924-3521. Asking the question: should they be able to use rap lyrics in a trial against an individual that's being that's on trial, lack of a better term, that's on trial? Should they be able to use his or her lyrics against them? Badger, what do you say to that? Joseph, coming to you next.
I mean, so far from the things I've seen, it seems like when he was pulled over and he had a gun with his DNA on it, there was a song lyric saying that had a woman over 18 buy it for him, cost $300 or something like that. So, man, these kind of situations to me are kind of like what Joseph was sitting on that I was hearing. It's rocky because to me, if they're admitting to things that they've done in their songs, I don't see why it couldn't be used against them. So, and he makes his own records, owned his own record company since 2016. So I wouldn't think there's any bigwigs over telling him what to sing. It's just kind of ironic if he's guilty of the crimes that they're saying that he's guilty of, and the song lyrics are matching it. To me, that's admitting that you're doing it. So, and
some people say I own this radio station. Some people say that. And if I get on here and I see I get on here angry one day and I say I'm gonna go out there and I'm gonna kill blase on sight. I'm gonna kill him on sight. As soon as I get finished broadcast, I have to jump on a flight to California. Got to be over there for 4 days. But the next day, this person is killed. I come back home. Should they be able to arrest me because I said I was going to kill him?
that I would have to honestly say. I mean, you proved you weren't there. It's kind of like
some evidence is not admitted in court, or they will not allow it to be admitted in court. So that's a slippery slope too. But go ahead.
Right, and that's like the whole thing with Trump and the 6th.
Yeah.
He voiced these things, but he didn't exactly tell anyone to do it, or that's the word terminology that they're trying to use. So we're using Trump as an example, like many people are doing this morning. Like, if someone's a hardcore fan of yours and hear you say all these things, you are an influence. Now, did you do it yourself? Did you purchase the weapon yourself or any of that stuff? No, it shows that you were in California during this time. However, influence is influence, and that's where a lot of the fine lines are of life. That's kind of like what I like Toya was saying. We need to start being accountable for the things that we say and do. We've gone too long, over 20 years. I'm just going to say 20 years. In the last 20 years, there's like hardly any accountability for words and actions.
Wow. 508-924-3521. 508-924-3521. Joseph, what do you say to that, man? I get on here one day and I'm angry. I'm mad. I'm mad as on. What I'm mad is fire. I'm hot as fish grease. And I say I'm gonna do this to this person. I'm gonna get them on site. Shut the broadcast down. Go straight to the airport. Get on a plane. Fly to California. Be there for 4 days. I come back and they knock on my door talking about, you said this day, but the next day that person was shot and killed. We're going to arrest you. Is that right?
But see, that'll be a miscarriage of justice.
It would be.
Yeah, it'd be a miscarriage of justice. If they can't show you paying someone to go and bump somebody off, then
now Joseph, I ain't say I'm gonna put no hit on nobody. I said I'm gonna do it. I ain't say I'm gonna put no hit on nobody. Go ahead.
Well,
brother.
that's what I'm saying. I mean, in these songs, some of that goes on.
Yeah.
I mean, and then, in that world, in the underworld, some of that goes on. But again, I think it's a very slippery slope. But let me say this here too, because I heard someone mention that, the man owned his own record label and everything, and he can put out the records that he wants to put out. Well, no, the plantation owners, and I like to use that word intentionally, because that's what the corporate America is, a plantation. And they allow certain music to come across the airways and make money. And they stop other songs from making money. Now, it used to be when Black people control more of Black radio and Black DJs. Songs, we heard many different songs from the Black community. We did. Many different styles of songs.
Yeah.
But when corporate America took over the radio station, and it just became about commercial, getting Black dollars to buy these products, and less about control of the content. Well, now the plantation owners have modified the plantation system. So, like right now, Master P got rich or got a hefty start by selling CDs out the trunk of his car. But guess what? Many of these cars don't have CD players anymore. They're not selling CDs. So now the plantation owners have modified the system where you got to go through Spotify, Rhapsody, Amazon, so on and so forth. And you could spend, as Snoop Dogg was saying, you got to stream a billion hits before you make $1,000. See how the plantation system works?
Yes.
But they'll let music about us killing each other go straight to the top. They'll help that. But the other kind of genres, neo soul and different kind of music, they'll have to work hard, and then you're not selling those CDs, so now you got to get streaming. So now the people, the artists, got to become clever and learn how to manipulate the plantation owners. So I know Mr. Badger, kind of thought that Young Thug, has control of his lyrical content. No, he does not. You either make that kind of music talking about killing us and denigrating our women, and that's the only kind of music that they're going to that the plantation owners are going to allow to break in. So so we got a problem.
Yeah.
And it's a slippery slope if they use his lyrics against him in this court.
Mm-hmm.
That's a dangerous slope for all of us artists.
What do you think that opens the door if they do that, and if they allow that, Joseph? What is that opening up the door for?
Well, it could be used, and I think Sister Toya hit it on the head, mainly against black folks,
Mm-hmm.
the rap industry,
Mm-hmm.
and all rappers, in that matter, will be, in jeopardy. And all the rap music ain't about killing us,
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
There's some powerful, wonderful rap music out there that I love, and some artists that I have nothing but love and respect for.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I love art anyway.
Yeah.
Good art anyway. I don't really like to put down anyone's art, whether I agree with it or not. It's their freedom of expression.
Mm-hmm.
I try to stay out of that business.
Exactly.
Being a critic, because I got critics too. They're some people say my music is too goofy or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
So music critics, just like sports critics,
Got them out there.
they could, yeah, they out there.
Good deal. 508-924-3521. 508-924-3521. We're gonna go to Ryan. Then we're gonna circle our way back around and Toya with a T. I want to hear what's on her heart right now. Ryan, good morning, sir. How you doing this morning? Ryan, you there?
Yeah, I'm here. Hit the wrong button. I'm good. How are you this morning?
Hey, doing good. We still got the echo coming from your line.
Oh, great.
Okay, but I'm asking a question: Should the courts use? And we're talking about Young Thug right now. He's on court. He's on trial right here in Atlanta for some situations that he was involved in, and they say they're going to use his rap lyrics against him in court. Should they be able to use rap lyrics against you in court if he's saying that it's an art? It's just an art. It doesn't mean that I'm guilty or I did anything. It's my art. What do you say to that? What are the pros and cons associated with that, Ryan?
I thought the rule was no face, no case. Like, people say stuff all the time. You know what I mean? Like, especially hip hop artists. One of my favorite, his line is, "You're gonna have to deal with today what you were saying drunk last night."
Wow.
So is that an admittance of guilt? You know what I'm saying? He just said something. It goes a lot deeper than just hip hop. Like, you start really thinking about it, it's more like coming against freedom of speech. It's coming against a lot of different things. Like, they're trying to put us in that box and try to use emotions and words and turn them against us. And, it's just another way for them to try and lock people up.
Wow. Toya with a T, what's on your heart, sis? Talk to me.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I agree. And again, the slope only gets slippery when it comes to people of color. White folks can do and say, and don't get offended when I say white folks. The shoe fit weird. If you're one of these white folks that was in position to put black people in slavery and take away opportunity, then you apply this to you. But let's just be real. Let's be honest. Let's be grown. White folks that make the law only use the slippery slope. It only gets slippery when it comes to us. So that is when we then have to say, wait a minute, hold up. Because listen, I'm not for nobody creating, murdering anyone. Not black, not an officer either. So again, when we're going to start actually utilizing the law the way it's supposed to, I need to apply to everybody, not just Young Thug and Donald Trump. It's like Ryan said, we pick and choose. Again, this is an influencer. We don't even know we under. Oh yeah, kill Young Thug, put him under the jail. Meanwhile, we got somebody walking around here that killed a 17-year-old boy who went to the store and got Skittles and a Sprite.
Mm.
And they declared that what he did was okay. It was in the eyes of the law. And you're
Wow.
going to tell me that somebody can't rap about what somebody did? Listen, not only have I rapped about, I done said a couple of things I wanted to do to a couple of people. And if they came up missing, I would probably be the main subject too.
Yep. Exactly. Yep. Yep.
But we cannot utilize the law based off of what we feel. We have to utilize what the Constitution is written, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
We take this for a joke, the spells, the words. Somebody said something earlier about rapper. First of all, this is a karmatic season. I don't know if we know it or not. So you walk around here saying and doing what you want to, it's gonna come right back and slap you and snap you in the neck. Because God is already done with it. You can't do what you say and do anymore. And these spells are connected to writings. And until we get into order to fight the spells, to fight the written writings, we're going to keep going in this circle. I mean, it's okay for us to say it, but then God have his words in writing also in stone.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, we really have to actually break down the power that we possess as humans and explain those to our children, because if so, we may make wiser decisions when it comes to, I'm going to create this music or this product that I know is going to destroy people, and leave it up to them to figure out if it's bad for them or not. As long as I'm fat, happy, and wife is flying in a private jet, I don't care. Like, we really need to analyze that, because people are weak-minded. People are easily to be led. So once we get back in line with who we really are, we won't make such poor choices and decisions, such as taking off our clothes to make money, having sex to make money, selling drugs to our own people to make money. Like, we're so off course, but it's in tune of the multitude of influences that the Rockefellers have instilled in the Western civilization, the Chases, you know what I'm saying? There's so many layers that have led us here. No, we're not going to choose the layer number 10, Young Thug, way down at the bottom, and then say that that's the only person we're going to hold accountable. No, we need to go on back, all the way back. We holding people accountable. We need to go all the way back to the people who actually created the foundation and these influences of sonic warfare and other things that help us do that. And we're not going to do that. No, we should not hold Young Thug accountable for saying and doing the same thing that everyone else has done. We need fair and equal opportunity, even when it comes to being a devil too.
Wow. A lot of times people always want to reach for the low-hanging apples, huh? They want to reach for the low-hanging apples, and that's what they want to deal with, the low-hanging. They don't want to climb the tree and get the ones at the top. They want the lower, the ones at the bottom. That's the ones we're going to get. That's the one we're going to eat. That's the one that's going to help us endure. Curtis, what's on your heart, brother?
You know what's crazy? Is the lowest hanging fruit ain't the ones that's the most ripe.
No, sir.
You know, but I'm gonna piggyback something Sister T just said, right? When she talks about accountability, right? Well, there's a letter out there called the Willie Lynch letter. Right? And if you read this letter, this man wrote down everything in that letter.
Yeah.
Now, before the letter became public knowledge, we all knew there was ownership taken as to who wrote that letter. But then once the letter started becoming public knowledge, all of a sudden the writer became anonymous. Oh, we don't know if it's true or not. But the simple fact still remains that the letter was written.
Yes.
Giving you a clear-cut blueprint as to how to destroy not only a community, but an entire culture of people. So, you know, I hear Toya talking, and she making, I can't even say good sense. She's speaking knowledge, man.
Mm-hmm.
Like, my biggest problem with this whole thing is, and Donald said something earlier. Every time they want to try something, they try it on us first.
Yep.
But see, what's going to happen is these other folks that can't afford to have real lawyers, they going to get caught up on the same thing. I'm reminded of something D.L. Hughley said. D.L. Hughley said, laws are for Negroes. Loopholes are for the wealthy.
Mm.
And I thought about that. I'm like, wow, man, that's something powerful. But, you know, I just, here's my question. How much longer do these folks think we're gonna live up under this hypocrisy? That's what I'm really curious about.
Mm-hmm.
Like, how much longer do y'all folks think that we're gonna be willing to live under this hypocrisy? How much longer do you think we're gonna be willing to be governed by do as I say, not as I do?
Wow.
Because that's what's going to destroy. If you really want to know, in my opinion, in my honest opinion, you know what's going to destroy America?
What's that?
Hypocrisy. People being phony and fake and holding people accountable under that phony and fakeness.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
That's what's really going to destroy this country, man. That's what's really gonna make a lot of things switch. Is people are gonna get tired. People gonna start looking like, hold on now, y'all gave JoJo 175 years.
Mm-hmm.
You went and dug him up after he died and brought him back to jail.
Mm-hmm. Wow.
And y'all let this boy right here just walk down the street willy-nilly. People gonna get tired of that, man.
Mm-hmm.
I'm telling you, people gonna get tired of that.
Yeah. Yeah.
So that's all I gotta say, bro. I ain't got nothing else to say.
Wow. I didn't think we was gonna go so deep into this one right here, man. But I'm loving where we are right now. I really am. I'm loving where we are. Cassandra, good morning, young lady. How you doing this morning?
Good morning.
Cassandra, we're talking about Young Thug. And they've said they're going to use his rap lyrics as a witness, if you will, evidence against him in his trial. And he's saying, I'm not gonna say I'm saying, he's saying that it's art. It's just an art form. And it's just, it's like an artist. Picture on canvas. That's all it is. It's not reality. It's just an art, and it should not be used against it. It should be inadmissible in court. And I'm asking the question, should the court use rap lyrics in trial against someone?
I believe they should. That's just me, personal opinion. If you saying something about something you've done, and it can be proven that you did that, and you talking about it and they do it, I mean, man, they do it so good. I got some nephews that used to rap real hard street. Them Negroes ain't knew nothing about what they were singing about. I was like, boy, if y'all don't stop that foolishness, and I ain't talking about that. Them are just talking. I'm talking, we know. I refuse to go along with something because people black. If it's wrong, darn it, I don't care if you're black, orange, green, you wrong. But we know that they rap about the things that they do. I've heard Jay-Z out of his own mouth talk about when he was running the drugs and doing the this and doing the that. So, man, it's too early in the morning. I ain't slept last night. It's too early in the morning, man. Yes, if they can prove that you use your doggone rap song to put out what you done did to somebody, use it against them. If you stupid enough to do that, they need to hold you accountable.
Mm-hmm. I'm gonna read what Paul, public citizen, said. I'm trying to pull it up so I can actually see it. It's in a bad situation. I'm trying to read it here. Paul said this: "It's sad to see how low the promoted black culture has sunk. who is promoting this art? When I was growing up, there was so many amazing black artists. I feel like that talent is being suppressed. Stanley, you want to say something on that?
Well, as we spoke about earlier, the record producers and everybody that's letting those guys promote that because they want to keep the culture down and keep chaos and confusion. That's what America is right now. It's just they make money off chaos and confusion. But as I said earlier, if you're rapping about something and what you're rapping about, you actually go out and do it, then what you rapped about, what you wrote about, even though you consider it art, if you did it, you know, you just did it. If I write a song to go out and say, well, I'm raping women, okay, that's art. But then next week I go out and rape a woman, of course you should use that because that's something that it's almost like I said, it's almost like premeditation. I'm rapping about something that I'm doing, but then I want to fall back on and say, well, I was, you know, it was just art. I was just rapping about it. Wasn't really I was doing, but then you get caught doing it.
Yeah.
So if you rapping about shooting and killing and causing chaos, and then you get caught doing that, of course they should be able to use that because it's going from art to being reality. You actually did it.
Look, you know, I was just rapping, you know, I really didn't, you know, mean nothing like that. It was just,
it was just a song.
It was just it's just art. It was just a song I wrote. I sung a song. I didn't really rape nobody. But then again, the evidence come forth, and your DNA and everything is all over the place.
Right, and then you was just rapping about that on your song a month ago, a year ago, whatever, however long ago it was. But you actually did what you was rapping about, and then now you want to fall back on there was just art. Well, okay, if it's just art, it would have just been on song, on canvas. It wouldn't actually been performed.
Exactly.
So you went from talking about it to actually performing it. So you have to suffer the consequence.
Absolutely. Ryan, talk to me, brother.
I don't know much more to say on it, man. It's one of them scenarios, you know. It's music. You saying stuff, doing stuff. Most of these guys out here ain't about what they preaching. That's just facts. I think his name was Plies. Is the rapper's name, and he out there saying this, that, and the other, talking about that's his life. No, that's your brother's life. He's the one in the pen for doing all that. So a lot of them just live vicariously through what they see, right? If you remember when we were younger, hip hop was different. Completely different. They was really saying stuff that was going on, but it had a positive message. It's not the same anymore. Now it's all about money, sex, drugs, Jews, and killing folks. There's no positivity in that. All you're doing when you rap like that is perpetuate a cycle. You're getting into kids' ears and into their minds and making them think that this stuff is cool. It's what you're supposed to do. And then you wonder why things messed up.
Exactly.
It's crazy.
Wow. Tucson, you there?
Yes, sir.
Tucson, let me ask you a question. Change the topic while staying the same. But whatever happened to the love music, man? Whatever happened to that? There used to be, you know, Isley Brothers, Teddy P, and all them people like that, man. The love songs. Isley Brothers.
Violence sells more than love.
Ain't no
sells more.
Ain't no love songs.
I'm just saying.
Ain't no love song no more. Turn off the lights. Turn them off. Come on and go with me. Come on over to my place. What happened to all that, man?
Man,
wait, what you say?
That's because nowadays when the lights is off, that means somebody ain't paid the bill.
Lord.
Well, doggone. I be doggone. I didn't see that coming.
Exactly.
I didn't. I'll be doggone, dog.
Mm.
You right though.
Yeah.
No, I sent you a song. It was actually a country western song.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody might know it. Let me see what the name of the song is. It's something like try that in a
Small country town.
yeah. Y'all saw the video?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Y'all saw the video?
Mm-hmm. Yes, sir.
Does that promote violence
Yes, sir.
against a certain people that you say you can do that this, there, and the other place, but you just try that in a small town.
Mm-hmm.
So you go to these little small towns and you see there's a place in Texas. It's right on this line, Louisiana and Vent, Texas, or something like that. I might have called the wrong name. I stopped there.
Talking about Van Horn, Texas.
It might be that one too. There's many little Texas towns that you can't even tell them that you got bad service, which they give you bad service. But if you complain about the bad service, that happened to me. They call the police, and the police comes and tells you got to leave the property right now.
Mm.
Yeah.
Wow.
So these little small towns that you find that if some people commit crimes, they say, "Stop it, Bubba. You go on home now. You go on home now."
Mm-hmm. Go on. Get.
But then some other people get there, and you the best thing you could do is keep moving.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Because that's the type of place that feels like America is great because they don't want us there.
Mm-hmm. Wow.
And we got to, let me just say this. I know I'm out of time. We got to watch how we conduct ourselves. You can't be walking around here acting thuggish.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't like the phrase thuggish, but you know what that means.
Yeah.
That you're a gangster.
Mm-hmm.
You handle yourself. You tough and rough everywhere you go. And we got to watch that. Because sooner or later, you're going to wind up in an area that you're going to have to,
got to prove it.
act like you got some sense.
Yeah. Yeah.
No, just act like you got some sense.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I'm saying.
And
because I got thug in me.
Mm-hmm.
But I know how to act myself. I can't come to the job and, man, you don't know who you're talking to. When I bust you side your head.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, now I'm looking for a job. Whose fault is that?
But see, that's one. I agree with one part of what you're saying. But let me go to Cassandra. Cassandra, should we have to, if we do, say have a little thug in or something like that, should we have to cater? Should we be placed in a situation where we have to cater out the way that we act or who we are for the surroundings of who we're dealing with? Or can we just do in this America that we're talking about, this great America, do we have the freedom to be who we are?
Try to be who you are. And just like Tucson said, try to be who you are in some of these places and see what happens to you.
Exactly. Come on.
Just go ahead and try it and see how that works out for you. As Tucson says.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, no, you have to, man, that's with anything. You need to know how to calm yourself down. And you call me the thug pastor, and I stand up for what I believe. I mean, I just stand up for it because I'm crazy.
Mm-hmm.
but other people, I don't recommend it.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I really don't recommend it because you can lose your life. So you have to really be careful how you act and in what company you act the way that you act.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So we've talked a lot now about these Karens, and there are black Karens, there's white Karens, there's male Karens, there's female Karens.
Mm-hmm.
Man, some of them get exactly what they looking for because they feel like they privileged, and they were, man, I saw a video last night. This Karen was in the store and slapped this black girl because she was mad.
I saw that.
That didn't turn out well.
Mm-mm.
That did not turn out the way I think she thought it was going to turn out. Because that girl put her on the ground. Are you crazy?
Put that Molly Wop on her.
Man, she was on the ground. Looking all bewildered. No, how you gonna look bewildered? You slapped that girl.
Mm-hmm.
It was on and popping. So people need to watch how they behave.
Okay.
Because it could get you killed.
Cassandra, Paul, public citizen, said in the chat to the side there, he said that there's a little Karen in all of us. Do you agree with that?
No, I mean that's just me.
Mm-hmm.
That's just me, because I'm not gonna do that. Because Karen, feel like they're privileged and they have the right to do, negative stuff to people and talk to people certain ways and don't get any kind of reaction. Personally, I don't feel that way.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I don't feel like that way, and I try not to put people in that position, through my behavior. I really do. I mean, somebody might want to slap me, but
mm-hmm.
Pray to God they don't.
Don't let them do it. Don't let them do it. Curtis, what do you say to that,
pray
man?
Pray to God they don't.
Lord, I pray to God. I pray to Jesus. They don't slap me. Don't slap me. Woo, woo. Anyway, Curtis, what do you say to that, man? Paul said there's a little Karen in all of us. Do you agree with that?
No. I get his point, but no.
Why don't you?
I don't know. Because I don't know where this idea comes from. Here in Baltimore, we call it being ratchet, right?
Yeah.
And I don't know where this idea comes from that being ratchet is cool.
Mm-hmm.
Being ratchet is embarrassing, and then I go a step further because I'm from a generation that the word ratchet was never used to describe how I'm going to act. I come from a generation where if me and you was out on the block and you said, Kurt, get that ratchet, you know what that meant?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
We took it to lock and load, man.
Yeah, exactly.
It's ready to be some bodies on the ground out here. That ain't man. Like I don't know where just by making that statement, not saying that this is what he doing, but just by making that statement, almost accepts that behavior to a very, very small degree. It states that the behavior is okay because there's a little bit of it in all of us. And I get where he's going, but I don't agree with that. Because one thing you ain't gonna never see me do. And you ain't gonna never see too many people that's with me do it either. You're not gonna make no fool of yourself, nor are you gonna make a fool out of me in public.
Exactly.
We're not doing that.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Well, no. If you want to act like that, you hold that till we get back to where we supposed to be.
Yeah, and you do that on your own.
You don't know who's more ratchet in here. It might be just sitting here waiting for somebody to turn up.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So now I don't believe that whole Karen thing, Raheem, in my opinion, is a person that has a deep-rooted sense of disregard and disrespect for another human's right to exist in the same space.
Mm-hmm.
You see what I'm saying? Like that is the female, to me, that's the female version of being a true indignant redneck.
Wow. Let me go on, because actually Paul just called in. Paul, good morning, sir. How you doing this morning?
Hey, good morning. Hope you guys are doing well. Yeah, about the Karen thing. Like Cassandra said, Karens come in all races, gender, whatever age. I mean, depending on how you define it, but like to me, it's somebody who a Karen is somebody who is just very reactive, right? They just like they see something and they're like, "This is outrageous. Let me speak to the manager," like that kind of, or they're like self-righteous. They feel like they have the right to get everyone on their code, whether they're right or wrong. And I said there's a little bit in all of us because I think we all, at least for most people that I've seen, we all have an impulse to be overly self-righteous and go,
wow,
I'm good. These other people are bad. We all do that sometimes. I try not to. And then the other comment I wanted to do a comment on was about like what Ryan was talking about. Like we're all around the same age. I think a lot of us are, in their 50s, early 50s, or thereabouts. And I grew up in the 80s, and I remember rap back then. I remember gangster rap, and I remember it was different. Like Ryan was saying, it was different. Like even underneath it, there was the message was, you realize this is not a good thing, right? Yeah, this is fun to talk about and fantasize and do, be bad and all this, but we know underneath it, this is not a good lifestyle. But now that's gone. That's all gone. Now it's like, now this is a lifestyle choice, right? Oh, are you black? Okay, well, this is your culture. And I see prominent black people promoting this, saying, like putting a lot of emphasis on this, and I find it disturbing. Yeah, be yourself, but being a thug is not, obviously, not being black. And some people want to define it that way, and I find that very problematic. And it's harming people. This young thug is just one of many examples. So, yeah. I mean, it is art. Rap music is art, but I think we got to be careful with our art. We need to promote art that is good for our soul and our heart, and a lot of this is very harmful.
Okay, let me go to Badger. He got to take off in a second. Badger, what's on your heart, brother?
Man, while y'all are talking about other artists and stuff, and that Charlie Pride song just popped into my head. Now I can't get it out. My Dingaling. My grandma gave me a little toy with 2 bells on the string.
Yeah.
I did in Blueberry Hill.
Lord Jesus.
I miss that stuff.
Okay, Badger, do you think everybody have a little Karen in them?
A little Karen in them?
Yeah.
I guess to some degree it's possible. I was listening to what Paul was saying, and I think it depends on the situation of and in reference. I don't think every single solitary person does. Because you can't group everyone into that group, into any group. Because there are some that they don't really complain about things. They just go with the flow. So and those people do exist. They're very far and few in between. It's more like millions in between. And it's wild. So to me, to that comment, I don't think every single human being has a Karen in them.
Okay. Ryan, what do you say to that?
Who's caring? I don't care. I ain't caring about nothing.
Look at this dude. Do you think everybody have a little caring in them?
No, man. I don't agree with that at all. I'm with Curtis on that. Nah. I ain't got much to say about that.
Okay. Toya with a T, what do you say to that? Does everybody have a little bit, just a little bit of caring in them?
No, everybody's not that petty.
Wow.
I think that, you know, when we talk about caring, we're not talking about someone who's upholding the law, making sure that things go right. We're talking about privilege. We're talking about, oh, you're not supposed to be here because you don't want color. Oh, I'm going to talk about young thug going to jail, but I'm going to also get mad at this 9-year-old black girl out here selling water. You're not supposed to do that. She's just supposed to get a license. I mean, I'm just saying, again, the slope only gets tricky when it's up. Think about this. White folks been committing crimes, getting away with crimes. Ain't nobody said nothing. The whole damn town won't say a word. So as a black person do it, and then they'll all come out. We want to talk about rap. You know, they NWA made a song said "After Police."
Yep.
It was cute and cool then, but now we see the door really open, right? Yeah, right. But tell me what was the influence behind a young man in the Columbine shooting, please? Or a host of other white male atrocities? Okay, so stop with the black folks in the music. Evil is evil. No, we not finna sit up here and forget about all the treacherous things that white people do all the time and get away with, influence or not, simply because some people are just evil. How do we allow these things? Someone said this earlier. How do we allow this music to get hit? Don't nobody listen to no good music. Didn't just say, he said, oh, they call my music corny. We don't promote that. But just like we promote sickness through the Rockefellers, and you want to believe it, everybody run around here and run to the doctor, but do you know your body heal yourself? You'll say yeah, but then you'll still take your goofy behind to the doctor. I mean, I'm original. At the end of the day, we cannot charge no influence over wickedness except for evil. You can't pick and choose, oh, black people, oh, music, oh, this, oh, that. You can't do none of that. Because, again, what were the influences behind the white people who committed their atrocities? It wasn't rap music. Now, do I remember being younger? Well, we don't have to remember being younger. What is the significance of Eye of the Tiger? Wasn't that the song that Rocky put on? Because when you get ready, you need that music to hype you up. You need to get in the mood. You need to go ahead and get going. That's the influence from music. But at the end of the day, there are still adults that run this world. My nieces and nephews could do only with so much. So we're not going to talk about the music execs. We're not going to talk about the other people. You are responsible for people right around you. And if you don't have a hold on the people around you, then the devil going to get them every way he can, whether it's through rap, through sex, through people, through humans, through doctors, or whoever else. We are dropping the ball on so many other levels, trying to look for someone else to blame it on until we reel this thing back in and understand that we got to raise strong-minded children, because more than rap can take them out instead of using the energy on just putting it on rap and the black people. If you know what the rap and the black people sounds like, don't look at that white woman, Emmett.
Wow.
Because the law, we only think about the law being broke when it comes to us. Because like I said, white folks been killing people. The sheriff didn't know that the white folks wasn't supposed to kill them folks. And everybody in the town just walked away after that hanging that was illegal. So what white folks ain't going to do, they're not going to throw the law up in my face and make it seem like, oh, you know, a black person broke the law and you ain't going to use that. Nah. You're going to have to run that back to somebody else and try it a little bit different. Should the boy be held accountable for his actions and no sentence until proven guilty? Yes. Should he be held accountable because he said he wanted to have sex with a white woman and did? No. Just because it was against the law. So until they come up with the proof and put this boy in jail, I don't think they should use his music. And if so, find all the other influences of Metallica and Charles Hanson and everybody, all the other Alice Hanson and all the other people, because I'm quite sure they have influence too.
Absolutely. We got
hey, Raheem.
Yes, sir.
Hey, Raheem.
Yes.
I I don't know if you can cue it, but I just sent you a YouTube video, Crazy Bone.
Okay.
Speaking on that meeting in his book, he wrote a book. And he speaks on a meeting that he was invited to. Last time I listened to it, I didn't hear no cursing. I think it might have been one or two curse words, but if you can, man, you might want to cue that, because that lines straight up with what every single person, especially Joseph, what every single person on this phone has said, and I'm just going to let y'all know that I actually sat in this space. I'm not going to say who it was I was talking to, but in terms of my oldest boy, wanted to sign my oldest boy, but guess why he didn't sign him, Raheem?
Why is that?
Because they said he was talking too much truth to power.
Wow.
That's not going to sell. It's going to sound good, but it's not going to sell.
And that's one of the reasons why, PRT didn't really get the push that they supposed to have, that they were supposed to have, because the boys was amazing, man. I used to love the group PRT, Poor Righteous Teacher, for the people that don't know what that means, PRT. But we have a very special guest. A friend of mine, I actually reached out to him. Original, you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Good morning, sir. How you doing this morning?
Me?
Yes, sir. Yeah, loud and clear. How you doing this morning?
I'm doing okay. How you guys doing?
Hey, doing good. We're talking about the Young Thug trial with the Young Thug, and we're talking about how they have decided to allow his lyrics to be a witness against him. Now, you're tied in with this particular trial, correct?
Yeah, I am an expert witness for the trial.
Okay. What do you think? What are the pros and cons about them allowing his lyrics to be used against him, and are they justified in doing so?
I think it is very unfair. I think that from the very onset, he was legally discriminated against. There's a lot of bias. What they are doing to him, they have not did to no one else who have done the same thing. I mean, they can reach back. I mean, they're totally unfair with you. And that's not to say I think that always in any form of artistry that there should be some level of responsibility. I'm not saying that Young Thug or any of the other rappers were responsible, I think, but they should be afforded the same freedom as many of their counterparts. I think they have particularly pointed him out and using him unjustly as an example. We have him. I remember going up the conditions in which he's living in the jail. I mean, I went up and visited and talked to him. I think we got a president that didn't get nothing. He was able to get a bond immediately. Thug been in there over a year now and not able to get a bond. I think, they just have been unfair along many lines with him.
How do you think it's going to play itself out? Is he going to get any form of justice at all?
I don't think so. I think we have to be an ally to him and speak his cause, because look at how things have been going. They've been unfair to Thug all along the way. All along the way. I think it's a great travesty. I think it's systemic of our legal system, and we have some of us that are playing party to that because of our ignorance of seeing the systemic discrimination and racial and prejudicial practices. Is all in there with thugs, I remember going to court and we had Kevin Lyles there, who was going to help with Thug coming out. He was going to pay over $1 million of his own money to set up a security system just for bond, outside of the bond, you know, to try to please the court. They still wouldn't give him bond.
Wow.
I sat in the court. I couldn't believe that. Of his own money, he was going to put over $1 million. And this was outside of the price of the bonding fee, you know?
Yeah.
To try to satisfy the court. They still wouldn't give him none. Now we got a president that have all these charges. He was able to go and get like a $20,000 bond?
Yeah.
Do
you think?
Yeah. So I don't see no fairness in this.
Do you think a lot of this society, if you will, and I say society, do you think they're judging? Do you think they're holding him accountable not for what he did but the image which he portrayed, even with the name Young Thug? Are they holding that on trial, or are they holding him on trial?
Well, I think it's a little bit of both. I believe that it's a little bit of both. For what they're holding the industry, well, particularly they're holding, particularly they're holding the industry. And let me say, when I talk about the industry, I'm talking about they're not holding like Eminem responsible, but they're holding Thug responsible. Why they don't go get Eminem? You know, or some of these white rappers. Certainly, again, we coming back to systemic racism, even in the hip hop industry. You know, I mean, listen, part of his artistry was crafting something that is attractive. It doesn't have to be real, but it has to be attractive and alluring to create sales. He was promoting sales. That's what you do. And you know, yeah, I think they're holding him. You know, and a lot of people don't know Thug did a lot of great work in the community that is really not talked about or thought of. Some of the stuff that he had done in the community.
Good deal.
The families, you know.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
Stay right there for a second, brother. I'm gonna pull some more people into the conversation. How much time do I have with you? How much time do I have with you?
Yeah, but you got about 10 more minutes.
Okay. Leonard, good morning, sir. How you doing this morning?
Good morning, Raheem, and the Morning Glow family.
Leonard, we're actually talking about Young Thug, and we have Original on. He's one of the representatives for Young Thugs in the court trial that they're having right now. They have said that they're going to allow his lyrics to be quote unquote a witness against him. What do you say to that, Leonard? Do you think that's do you think that's justified in doing that?
I think all evidence is justifiable. Any evidence you have, you need to bring, because one, you're supposed to be proving your innocence. Now, if they got you saying things and stuff like that you want to retract, you can say that. Or you can say they were fantasy, you made them up, or what have you. But because you said them, they need to be used as evidence.
Okay.
And if it's art, it's just art. Then all this is made up.
Okay. Original, I know we only have about 10 more minutes with you. What do you say to that? And there's a lot of mindset out here that's like that.
Well, let me just say this. I remember President Trump saying that he can walk down the street of Manhattan and kill somebody and not get arrested. Why was he not arrested? Why wasn't he arrested? I don't think that that is not evidence. What it was is artistry. If somebody writes a book, in a frictional book, that's the same thing. And in their songs is frictional. They're creating something that is alluring and too attractive to the population that they're marketing to. All right. And that is not evidence of who he is. That is a form of his artistry. There's a difference. There's a difference. You know, he's painting a picture of something. All right, he's painting a picture of that. So, an artist paints a picture of something that betraying something that breaking the law or something. Is that evidence against him because he's painting a picture? That's all Thug did was, and he painted a picture through his words. That's not evidence of who he is or what he's done. It's a big difference.
Okay. Cassandra?
Well, you know, I'm gonna repeat what I said. If you can prove that that person used those lyrics and they were, and that's what happened, I mean, you have to prove that that's what happened, and they were the ones that did that. They need to be held accountable. You know, and I have rappers in my family. You know, I've worked with some rappers, and I'm sorry if you sing about an incident that happened, and then you expect for people not to use that information that you, out of your own mouth, put out, and you called it art or whatever you wanted to call it. And this is what's happening. I'm just talking for our community. Our community is killing off each other. It's almost like genocide with our young men. And you cannot get on a song because you're making millions of money and say, yeah, I smoked them on 42nd Street and it was 2 p.m. I popped them 3 times. And then the person was popped 3 times on 42nd. Hello, somebody. Come on now.
It's too much.
Come on now. I mean, come on. If they can prove that was you that did that, you need to be held accountable. Whether you did it as an art thing, and you know, Original, I love you because that's my brother.
Yeah,
exactly. That's my spiritual brother right there. That he know all day long I got him. I love him. I love him. But yeah, no, I know, bruh. If you do that, you are dead wrong, and you need to be held accountable.
Original.
Well, you know, I think that's where the difference is that they're trying to associate what he used as a craft to be evidence of a criminal offense. You know, why is the question? I mean, why is the question behind that? I think that's the major thing is if there and you know, if there's some relevancy and some linkage between the reality of what Thug is saying and what has happened, sure, I can understand that. But I mean, then that is applicable for all rappers. I think one of the things is you know, we had certainly a host of rappers that are saying something, and to hold them responsible for what they are saying in the form of their artistry and trying to link it up. So now if we what happens if we get Young Thug and say we're using his raps or his lyrics, then we're going to use that and associate that with every other rapper and seek to find a linkage between what they're saying and what has happened in the street every time. And so we already have an unjust system, right? It ain't like we can give them any more power and they're going to do right by us. So we're going to give them more power to create another means or a medium to unjustly hold us and use us without due process, without actually a cause, you know, without actually a cause. Now, I think that's wrong. I do. If they do this with Young Thug, that opens up the door for every other rapper.
Wow.
Especially black rapper. Especially black rapper.
Okay.
So they say something, they craft a song just for promotion and artistry. They're going to seek out a linkage to something that has happened in the community that has some semblance to what they're saying without any evidence.
Wow.
You know, what happened to the right to have free speech? You know, I don't see them getting Harold Robbins or anything. So every fictional book writer is going to be held to the same offense of any semblance of a crime that was done because they wrote a book and it pictures or mirrored something that had happened.
Wow. Hold on. 508-924-3521. 508-924-3521. Give us a call. We're talking this morning about the Young Thug trial. We're talking about the Young Thug, and they have elected to use his rap lyrics as a witness against him. Do you think that's right? Do you think that's wrong? Is it artistry, or is it factual? Or he laying down facts about what, or do they think he's laying down facts about what actually happened? Should that be evidence against him? Should that be evidence? Give us a call, 508-924-3521. Go ahead, Leonard.
Does he represent the other 20 plus defendants?
I don't know. Original?
Huh?
He's want to know, do you
what was the question?
He want to know, do you represent the other people that's on trial?
No, I don't. I don't even represent Young Thug. What I am is a counselor to Young Thug. You know, I was a counselor, and they called me in as an expert witness to speak about some specifics in counseling with him. So, yeah, the other defendants, I have nothing to do with personally.
Okay. Curtis, what's on your heart, brother? Talk to me. Toussaint, find your mute button. Come to you next. Kurt, you there?
Yeah, I'm right here. I just had to hit my mute button. You know, once again, man, like, you know, I'm just gonna say it, man. Like, there could be so many other things connected to that thing, like we ain't even talked about. Like, you know, I think of it from a business perspective, right? And we're talking about an industry that someone had total control over so many moons ago.
Go ahead,
and
man.
now,
Talk about it.
now the control that entity or that group of folks don't have the same level of control. And what are we watching? We're watching the controls be handed to the artists themselves. I personally think that everything that we have seen perpetuated towards these black actors, black rappers, black musicians, even down to the murders. I'm a businessman. Only thing I keep coming back to is catalog. It keeps bringing me back to catalog. You know, there's a famous Democratic strategist that said, whenever you want to know what's really going on, all you got to do is follow the money. You know, if you prosecute this young boy for things that he said, and you let this orange orangutan just walk around with impunity, what are you saying to the public, bro? What kind of message are you sending? Well, why don't you just come out and just say, look, Young Thug got a catalog that is probably worth about $2.5 billion. If you really look at his catalog and you scale it out over the next 10 years, over the next 20 years, we're going to be seeing commercials that's going to have his music in the background, which means you have to pay him to use that. So a lot of what we're seeing, in my opinion, it's all about the catalog. Look, I land a plane right here, man. The one person who owns Tupac's catalog right now is the one person that he swore I can't stand him. I don't want him around me. I don't want nothing to do with him. Bop, 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 bop.
Mm-hmm.
He specifically said that to his mother. All of a sudden, she out of nowhere dies and signed over the rights to the one man that she knew her son could not stand. How the heck, man? Come to find out, Tupac's catalog is worth $1.5 billion.
Yeah.
Some of these artists, man, I mean, we see it all the time. An artist might not even be famous until they die. Then you find out, wow, hold on. This dude really got a catalog. Nipsey Hussle is another one. I didn't even know the dude had a catalog like that, right here. And I kid you not.
Mm-hmm.
And all of a sudden, a dude murders him, and now we get a plethora of music. I'm just saying, man, like, to me, what is going on in the industry now is there is an entity that is pushing very hard to stop these artists from owning themselves, from having the option to choose which direction they want to go. Rhymes and Reasons, I hate to do senseless plugs, but Rhymes and Reasons, there's a scene in Rhymes and Reasons where Jay-Z is sitting across from an executive, and they got two young up-and-coming rappers in there. And Jay-Z tells the executive, see, man, the problem with our industry is our industry won't let these boys say what's in their mind. He feel like he got to rap like this in order to even make some money. If I say it like this, won't nobody accept me. But if I put it like this, then everybody's on it. And Jay gave it to him straight off the top of his head.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, wow.
Good deal.
Wow.
Good deal. Good
so
deal.
It's things we got to pay attention to, man, that I just believe is at the forefront of what's really going on.
508-924-3521, 508-924-3521. Tucson. Now I'm coming back to original. I know our time is running out with the original, so I want to make sure I touch him before he leave out. Tucson, what's on your heart, brother?
Lyrics.
Yeah, so that we're a given task. It's business. And if you want to make it in a certain business, you know what sells.
Mm-hmm.
So as a business person, you make lyrics that sells because you don't want to be broke.
Right.
You don't want to fail in the business. Just like if I write a fictional book, I'm going to write what you want to hear so that I can sell it. That's why love stories don't sell. So to give him more time, I'm just going to land the plane right there.
Mm-hmm. Wow, good deal. Original?
I agree totally. I think he made a lot of good sense, and that's my point exactly.
Mm-hmm.
I think he hit it on the head right there.
Okay. All right, stay right there for a second. I'm gonna circle around to Toya with a T. Toya with a T. Talk to me. What's on your heart? Then original. I'm gonna circle back around to you. Give me 1 second. Toya with a T. Talk to me, sis. And good morning, Mom. I see you over there. I see you, Mama. My mama watching. Got to do my shout out to her. Toya with a T. You there?
Yeah, I hear my name, but I stepped away. What was the last part of the conversation?
No. What are you based on what we're talking about right now? Is it justified? Is it wrong?
Yeah, no, I'm not. I still disagree. I mean, it's like the young man just said. We already have enough injustices against us. Okay, we have a multitude of materials that come from the other side, and we can use that one, for example. Try that in a small town, whether it's in your face or subliminal. We know that the intent and the influence is still coming from a place of negativity. You understand what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So I don't think that white supremacy should be the only kind of negativity that we should get to express in the United States. I mean, we have our issues too. There's nothing wrong with us explaining what goes on in the streets. First of all, let's just be honest, right? We're talking from a point as if we're on television and the law goes the way it goes. Y'all know some of these officers know these people, right?
Yeah.
Y'all know these officers not straight. They in the mixed up a whole lot. They know booking them cousins. They messing with the baby mama. Like, we really talk from a perspective as if our life is perfect. Like, we're playing Monopoly the game. When that is not the case. We're dealing with a lot of crooked cops, a lot of crooked officials who are involved in some very deep activities such as sex trafficking and such, and they deal with these rappers on a daily basis. They smoke with them too. I mean, there's a whole life that some people don't even think about or acknowledge when we go to making comments a lot of the time. And when you dwell in those circles, everybody knows what and how the deal goes. You understand what I'm saying? Kurt has a little bit of validity too, because it's right. There's a lot of people who are being attacked because of their catalogs, because again, the money they use us as cattle, as always, whether it was to breed children or whether it was to breed hatred like we're doing right now. Now they still want him for the catalog, when if the black man would have thought about just doing anything and everything for money in the first place and stayed in his place, he wouldn't even be here. So again, we're talking about the consequences of our own actions. So no, I'm not going to blame the record execs if I decide to sign contract, or if I decide to accept money and all it requires is for me to be a porn star.
Wow.
I can care less what y'all say about it. You think I care? I just got 1.5 million just for doing something that I do anyway. Should I care? No. But the integrity in me. I've done a lot of wrong things in my day, don't get me wrong. But to exploit it to make everybody think it's okay and collect money for it, it's a consequence with that. And that's what we're experiencing as young Thug the Artist.
Wow.
Forget all of that. The officials, this, that, and the third. No, we really got to check ourselves, black people. It's not worth stripping. It's not worth selling drugs. It's not worth putting out music out there to get all these millions of dollars, being destructive and teaching kids that the parents that we not right no way. But I don't care about them in this. I'm going to get this money. Oh, I'll put a dress on too. You said 200 mil? Come on with the jokes. In the same way the roosters roost for everybody else, what you think, the roosters don't roost for us too? I mean, come on with the jokes. So we got to look at it from a real perspective. First and foremost, as black people, we got to learn how to accountability for our own actions. We let us here by slacking and not caring about greatness and excellence no more. We can't beat them joint up kind of approach. And this is what the consequences of it are. So until again, whether it's the officials of the United States that wake up, whether it's the individuals that make the 370 million people in America, whoever decides to wake up first and acknowledge the fact that I need to be a woman or a man of honor and reel my kids in and make sure that the only influence that will make my child do something extra is me. And it's a lot of work doing that. We're going to continue to see America dwindle in the downfall that it is right now, because we were once great, and it ain't had nothing to do with me being a slave either. We were once great. We had a decent, a community. Things still happen, but it was just better, and we just took a hard nosedive downwards because we refused to accept the accountability and responsibility of ourselves as individuals and what we allow to go on in our America.
Absolutely. Let me go before I get back to original. Let me go to Ryan. Ryan, what's on your heart?
I don't know nothing about the trial, man. So I'm just speaking from a matter of perspective to me. It's my opinion.
Okay.
Just put that out there. My opinion. You can like it if you want to. If you don't, I don't really care.
Come on.
But here's what I'm thinking. Doesn't matter what color you are. If you out there writing tracks and you putting stuff on wax and you in an area where the same thing you put on wax verbatim happens, what you think gonna happen? Pop, pop 3 times in the head. Oh, dude just got shot right here. 3 times in his head. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's just common sense to me. Don't put your business on wax. If that's what you're out there doing, you know what I'm saying? I'm not saying that's what happened. Again, this is my opinion. If you're writing tracks about a certain nature of things, whether it be violence, selling drugs, whatever. It don't matter what it is. And you are in the area at the time that you write that track, and something identical has happened, guess what's gonna happen? They're gonna hello? You home? We got a warrant. It's gonna happen. Doesn't matter what color you are. That's just my opinion.
Okay. Now let's get back to original. Original, what's on your heart, brother?
Well, you know, here's what I'm thinking. Now, check this out. There's another side that we haven't looked at or even talked about. All right. If the rappers are responsible, if they're going to be responsible for what they write, and that means that if they're going to be responsible for what they write, and that means that somebody's responsible to listen to them, to holding them accountable, right?
Mm-hmm.
How about this? When the rappers talk about what's going on in our community and the need, all right? Let's talk like KRS-One when, you know, we're talking about some conscious stuff. Where's the responsibility in people hearing that and hearing that and being responsible toward what is being said?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Are you following what I'm saying?
Yeah, absolutely.
When we're talking about stuff or the need in the Black community that rappers often talk about that needs to be addressed, why aren't you listening to that and being responsible and stepping up?
Mm-hmm. So basically, what I'm hearing you say is we can't. We can't just deal with one element. We can't just deal with one alley. We got to deal with the whole. We're gonna deal with the thing. Let's deal with the whole thing.
Yeah, I mean the fact that they just want to be one-sided says a whole lot.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
You know, and I agree with what the brother said earlier, just preceding me. But my thing is not so much the incident. Is if we make allowance for them to use these lyrics, overall, is that we create a playground of further injustice.
Mm-hmm.
Further injustice to a system that has never shown itself responsible, at least to the African American community.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Wow.
I gotta go, my friend. I will see you later.
I appreciate you, brother. Appreciate you taking the time and calling in, man. I definitely appreciate you.
Okay.
Cassandra?
Yeah, I mean, you know, I'm with Ryan. My position on it hasn't changed. It's not going to change. I'm not talking about you talking about, yeah, they dealing drugs in my neighborhood. Yeah, you know, somebody got shot yesterday. I'm not talking about, of course, we need to tell the truth about what's happening in our neighborhoods. And you know, there used to be rappers that did that. And there's a few that still do it now.
Mm-hmm.
I'm talking about those ones that are telling you that they hurt people, they kill people, they raped a woman,
mm-hmm.
and you did it. I mean, what kind of foolishness is that now? Come on now. What kind of foolishness is that?
Snitching on yourself.
First of all, first of all, you showing you ignorant. You just showing your, or either you so, I almost cussed, you so cocky, you feel like ain't nobody can touch me. I'm so and so. You know, I did it. Well, then this is what gets me. This is what really gets me about people that do their dirt. They'll do the dirt and they'll brag to, you know, yeah, you know, I smoked that nigga, woo, 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 excuse my language, I did woo, 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 woo. Then when they get, I ain't did that. Well, if you that bad, if you really that bad, if you a real thug, you go man up and say, you know what? Yeah, he did something to me. I was mad at him and I smoked it.
Yeah.
Or whatever. Yeah. That's what a bad man do.
Own that.
He might be, you might think he's a fool, but if you bad, own up to what you did. You a bad, bruh. Get it. Tell him what you did. Yeah, I did it. I'm the man. I get it.
I did it, and I do it
again. And now, 20 years. Oh, Lord. Mama, they said 20 years. No, you wasn't crying when you did the cry. You're not crying. My son had a sentence of 20 years. He did 11 years. You know what? I know he did it. He knew he did it, and he wasn't crying. I cried a little bit because it's just of the fact. But just, come on now. No. If you do the crime, you need to do the time. Point blank bottom. I don't care what color you are.
Wow. Kurt, talk to me, brother. Toussaint, coming to you next. Then Toya with a T. We're going to circle our way back around.
Sister Cassandra is absolutely right. My problem with this whole thing is how the justice system wages the crime for those who have committed the crime. That's what my biggest problem is. I got to hearken on my own. You know what I mean? Like, I remember the state of Maryland, city of Baltimore. I'm fresh out of the desert. I ain't been out the desert a year. I ain't been out the desert 6 months. I'm fresh out the desert. The city of Maryland, the state of Maryland, city of Baltimore, was trying to give me 5 years, no suspended sentence, no parole. Flat.
Wow.
For a handgun violation, for 2 handgun violations, right? I watched my Caucasian counterpart. Man, when they ran down these charges, man, because he went up before me. When they ran down these charges, Raheem, I'm like, ain't no way in the world they gonna let this man leave up out of this courtroom. They not only let him leave out the courtroom, they gave him a stat on every charge.
Good Lord.
He had gun charges, drug charges. Man, they threw out a bunch of charges. I'm looking like, oh my God, I'm standing at the Great Wall of China. I stand up for 2 charges. I would say 2 charges. They try to be 5 years flat. So I'm like, man, hold on, man. And I'm clean as the Board of Health. The crazy thing is, it appears for them, when they caught up, everything is speculation. Everything is alleged. But when we caught up, everything is factual.
Yeah.
And we gotta work to prove that we ain't the one. Whereas
so basically, Kurt, you say they're innocent. They're innocent until found guilty, and we're guilty until found innocent.
Exactly, and it's shameful that the system governs itself like that. It's shameful that we as a people have to go through it, and it's real easy for somebody to say, "Well, just don't break the law." Okay, well, tell that to the little 15-year-old boy, 16-year-old boy that was just walking to the store, going to go have a good time with his friends, and the police put a 357 Magnum in his mouth. Tell that to that little boy who ain't did nothing. He ain't violated no laws.
And Kurt, watch this. Just for the listener, who was that little boy?
That was me. I will never in my life forget that, man. It was over 100. It was, man, if I was to say, put it mildly as to how many people was out there, 150 people might be putting it mild. Roll up and put a 357 Magnum in my mouth. It was little kids out there. They had sodas in their head. If somebody would have blew a balloon, he'd have blew my brains all over the wall.
Mm-hmm.
And I ain't even the one he looking for.
Wow. Wow. We ready to get out of here?
I mean, you know, this system we got, man, we need some adjustments, and we keep talking about accountability, but it seems like we the only ones that's actually being held accountable. Everybody else is being given this ride.
Mm-hmm. Good deal. Good deal. Yep. Let's go to Toussaint. Then we'll go to Toy with a T. Toussaint, what's on your heart, brother?
You said guilty until proven
innocent. Yes.
After you serve the time.
Wow.
What they said you did.
Wow. So you paid the price.
Definitely. You're gonna pay the price. It's been done over and over again. It's being done right now.
Mm-hmm.
It's gonna be done tomorrow. They got somebody on trial right now. They trying to prove him guilty. No, they're making him guilty until somebody proves him innocent. The boy ain't even finished high school. He was just bad. Walking, going to school. Just happened to man, I'm just trying to figure out. There are some people right now. Now, when the truth be told, we know they're guilty.
Yeah.
I hate to keep talking about this, but this is a whole different subject, so I won't even mention. But I'm just saying, I know people say things they should. Shut your mouth. Best thing you can do is shut your mouth. You ain't living that life.
Mm-hmm.
You ain't living that life. Stop talking about it because somebody will try you. And when that happens, when you get before this injustice system.
Yeah.
See, we can't win that battle because we never have.
Mm-hmm.
They're not going to give you a free card to escape from jail. No, you going
all the way.
Oh yeah, they're gonna do it. I mean, I don't know if you talk about. I don't want to talk about the young man that's behind Bill boys right now because he promotes being with little girls.
Mm.
He thought he was going to escape, but hey, you got to be careful of your environment.
Yeah,
I'm just saying.
Mm-hmm.
Not only what you say is what you do and how you carry yourself. Because when this injustice system feels like that, and if they feel like they want to prosecute you, that's what they intend to do. Now, you may be innocent, but in their mind, they're going to come up with something to make you guilty. And then even if you are innocent and you prove it, you have already spent 10, 15, 20 years behind bars, and now you're trying to get out, or they let you out and you're 75.
It's almost like in a movie.
Then they say, "Oh, I'm sorry."
Mm-hmm. Almost like in that movie Life, where it was found out that they really didn't do it, and then the man he said, "Well, at least I know they did. At least they did something, or I know they did something."
At least we got 40 years out of it.
Yeah, a free good labor out of them. Yeah, exactly. Wow, wow. Toya with a T, talk to me, sis.
Yeah, no, I mean, I definitely agree on justice being served, but I think it's in the manner in which we do it that we really need to look at.
Mm-hmm.
I just feel like everybody should be held to the same standard. That's all. You know what I mean? If we're gonna do this for one, we gotta do this for all. You know what I mean? We can't let a particular group person slide because of maybe their finances or position, which happens, popularity, you know what I mean, or because they're famous. I don't think you should get away with doing anything that anyone not below him or who's not on that status should be held to. And I think that's still in the case with Young Thug. I'm just standing in my place right now with Black people, and just as whole and supporting as white people are to each other, to know that the whole town know that man dragged them out and hung him. That's where I'm at with my people now.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. I don't care what they did. The law that you have in place is the law. Ain't making up no extra ones. Y'all done enough. Y'all done enough. When we really uncover the science behind the things that they've done to us to help attribute this young man to be like that, that's going to be the ball burger.
Mm-hmm.
Because there are things that they do, there are experiments that they have committed to, whether they act like they know not or not, that commit influence to this type of behavior.
Mm-hmm.
And until we find that out, we're not going to do nothing extra on Black folks. Nope. You can't be held accountable. The past that you have already let slip by you has been enough for me to say, nope, no more. Don't trust you. Because when y'all go to making up new stuff, it'd be only for us. And that's where I am. So this is one of those, we know that they went and grabbed that white man and hung him. And everybody gonna act like they don't know what happened. The sheriff know what happened, but without no witnesses, the sheriff can't do nothing either. And the sheriff really don't want to because he don't like Negroes no way.
Mm-hmm.
This is one of them situations for me.
And I'm good to throw some out there.
You know what I mean? So I'm gonna act like I don't know what Young Thug did.
Mm-hmm.
And we're gonna keep it quiet and let them do their job to prove that.
Toy, let me ask you this question. And I'm gonna ask you this question. We're gonna circle around. I'm gonna go to a few more people before we get out of here. We got about 10 minutes, a little more than 10 minutes. Toy, yes or no answer. Yes or no answer. We act like we're in court right now. Yes or no answer. Was OJ innocent or guilty? Did he do it? Yes or no?
No.
Okay. Cassandra.
Yes, and yes.
You think OJ did it?
Absolutely, positively, beyond a shadow of a doubt.
Now, how
He
you?
did it.
Now, Cassandra, you wasn't down there. You can't say it. You can't be
I
that
did.
firm
I
on it
said
now.
without a shadow of a doubt. No, remember, you asking my opinion.
Yeah. Okay.
You're asking my opinion. So I'm saying, in my opinion, absolutely, positively, beyond a shadow of a doubt. And I just listened to the testimony and what he said he did and why he did it, and why the slow ride and down the interstate, and how he got the bloody gloves at his house, whatever. I know. Okay, I'm not gonna talk about OJ. It's fine. He did it. He got away with it, but he did it. But I guess it's okay. I don't know.
Okay, Leonard, guilty or innocent? OJ Simpson, did he do it? Yes or no?
Innocent.
Innocent. Okay.
Yeah, like I said, it's about law.
Mm-hmm.
And I came in late, so I didn't know who the gentleman was that you had on the line.
Uh-huh.
And I actually thought he was a legal representative for Young Thug.
Mm-hmm.
And when I heard him talk, I was like, this boy gonna be in jail for the rest of his life.
Mm.
Because if your only defense to what you're being accused of is everybody else doing it, that's really your defense.
Mm.
What about the other 27 defendants? Are they all innocent as well? Because if they're innocent, they need to be let go. And we should be down there protesting for them to be let go. Because they're being held for no reason at all. This is the day before he got charged. I bet you he was so real. He was the realest. Wasn't nobody realer than him. And he can rep what he say. He can prove what he said. Soon you get arrested. Now it's art. Now it's art.
Mm-hmm. But now you
don't kill the whole gang overnight.
I'm trying to figure out how you and Cassandra on such different parts of the spectrum in regards to innocent or guilty. She said without a shadow of a doubt, and he did it. He's guilty. And you said no. You said no, he did not do it.
Oh, immediately, because one, he went through his trial.
Mm-hmm.
He had the best lawyer in the world, supposedly.
Mm-hmm.
And he was able to defend himself, and in front of a jury.
Mm-hmm.
And somehow he happened to be innocent.
Does that mean he didn't do it?
According to the law, he's innocent.
Okay.
Of the crime he was charged with. And I do believe he was charged with the murder of those two people, right?
Yes.
So that was on trial. So you don't get to pick and choose the pieces that you want to present.
Mm-hmm.
And that's my issue. Y'all been talking about gang violence and all this in y'all community for how long? Do y'all know that the district attorney and the sheriff of this same county has traditionally been black people?
Wow.
So this is not about race.
Mm-hmm.
Several artists have been tried for these things like this. And what they
Well,
said
it can't be about race, because you have some black people that's racist against themselves.
But what is the racial component?
Mm-hmm. No, you said when you said it can't be hate. I'm not to answer your
This
question.
particular case, this
Mm-hmm.
man was
No, I'm not
not
talking about.
arrested
I'm not
because
talking
of
about.
a song he made.
I'm not talking specifically about that when I say that black people can't be racist against each other. I'm not talking about this particular case right here. I'm talking about as a whole.
Right, but it doesn't even matter, because what's the race component?
Mm-hmm. Hate.
You have to explain it if you're going to accuse somebody of it.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody got an opinion. And what I don't do is I don't trust people who can't even explain their own opinion to convince someone.
Good deal. Ryan, what do you say to that? OJ, innocent or guilty? Did he do it? Yes or no answer?
Oh, you see, he had to put that disclaimer on me. He had to say yes or no.
I did it on everybody. All of them did the same thing. I said yes or no. I did the same thing on everybody. You ain't listening.
The glove don't fit. You must glove.
Oh Lord.
What a bunch of crock that was if the glove don't fit a foot.
Hey, listen here. I can open my hand real wide. I can open my hand real wide so it don't fit too.
You put gloves on all the time that don't fit me. It worked though. It worked. It worked.
You know he did.
You got little hands.
Yeah, Tucson, little hands.
Okay, let's go to Kurt. What do you say to that? OJ, is he innocent or is he guilty?
By law, he's innocent. Personal opinion, he's guilty with a conspirator.
So did he actually commit the murders, or he had somebody to do it for him? What do you think?
I think he was paying a debt. I think he had help. If you go back and watch the trial was all about OJ. It wasn't about any other assistance he had or he could have had. It was all about OJ. So you're going to prove that this man who's been living in this house for 20 plus years forgot that there was an air conditioner hanging out the window? He could walk through this property blindfolded. And he just miraculously put his hand on the AC as he running. You telling me he stabbed one person, the other person just stood there and watched? You telling me ain't nobody talk about that $250,000 debt that Miss Brown Simpson had from the drug dealers? Nobody talks about that. Nobody talks about the toxicology reports from the bodies that they say they were high. I don't know, man. I wasn't there. By law, he's innocent. They couldn't prove it. But, I mean, I've seen people do stranger things when they get into a jealous rage.
Wow. Good deal. Cassandra, coming back to you. And after we're going to Tucson. Cassandra, what's on your heart? Some people say he's innocent. Some people say he's guilty. You say he's guilty. Why? Cassandra? Cassandra, wake up and go to sleep. Wake up and go to sleep. Tucson, talk to me, brother.
She trying to get that little hand out the glove. Just to put that mute button.
Wow.
Let me. Can I ask a question? I know you question answer.
Yes, sir. Yes,
I
sir.
would think I was automatically say yes, but I've got a problem with that because I don't see nobody, like Kurt said, I don't see nobody standing there watching somebody stab a person to death and wait their turn. That don't make no sense whatsoever.
See now drinking lemonade, waiting on their turn, drinking lemonade, waiting on their turn to come up.
Yeah. I guess I'm next. But maybe you should read the book. If I did it, this is.
Yeah. Wow.
And look, Raheem, it's amazing why they couldn't. The most hideous crime you can think known to man, but they catch him for stealing his own stuff.
Ain't that something? His own stuff that belong to him.
If they want you,
yeah,
they'll find a way to get you.
You stole your own stuff, so we're gonna lock you up for stealing your own stuff. Ain't that something? Toya, you want to talk to me, sis? Toya, you there?
Yeah, I'm here. No, I mean, just trying to wrap this thing on up, y'all. You know, all I gotta say is, at the end of the day, just be careful. We black folks got enough to worry about, knowing that we already got tricks and traps and sets. Don't go doing nothing you ain't got no business doing spiritually. That way you ain't got to catch it with you physically. Raheem, thank you for the platform. I appreciate you. I appreciate everybody on here.
Likewise.
I love y'all so much. Y'all have a wonderful day.
All right, love you as well. But is he innocent or guilty?
Who?
OJ.
Oh, I was one of the first ones to say he didn't do that. He might knew it was gonna be done, but he didn't do it.
Exactly.
That's just my personal opinion. I always felt that way since then.
There you go. Leonard, what's going on at 3:00 today, sir?
If you did not get a chance to hear this show in its entirety, log on to www.dkmmediagroup.com at 3:00 Eastern today.
Okay. And oh yeah, let me tell y'all, man, y'all gonna get on me, but look at here. I got granddaddy do it tomorrow, man. My granddaughter's going to. Last time was a grandson. This time, my granddaughter going to the aquarium, and guess who she want to go with her to be the chaperone to go with her? You guessed it, Peepaw. So Peepaw are gonna be at the aquarium tomorrow. Never been to the aquarium, so it should be fun. It should be fun. I guess. Curtis, any of y'all been to the aquarium?
It's very nice.
Is it really? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's really nice. You have fun.
Okay. Yeah, you know, I don't know, I'm gonna be a whole lot of kids now.
You'll make it.
Okay. The
double up.
Huh?
Double up on your vitamin C though. Double up on your vitamin C,
yeah.
honey. Because the baby germs hit different.
Exactly. That's my whole thing. Exactly. Kurt. The Atlanta Aquarium, Ryan. The Atlanta Aquarium. I think that's the name of it. But yeah, we'll be there.
The Georgia Aquarium.
The Georgia Aquarium. Okay. Man, look, take. Nah, I ain't gonna say that. Let me be nice. To say something crazy. I'm gonna go ahead and say it. I'm gonna be like Tucson. I'm gonna go ahead and say it. If you take Atlanta out of Georgia, what will you have left? Okay.
Heard on that. I get it.
Exactly.
Hey, Raheem.
Yes.
Before you go, tell you, I got to touch base with you. Raheem, tell her if you get a chance.
Huh? Oh yeah. Toya, I need. Hey, look here.
Okay.
Toya, hold after the broadcast. Hold on, Toya. After the broadcast, don't hang up. Okay, hold on. Okay. Tucson, you hold on as well. Curtis, can you pray us out, brother? Curtis McNeil. Oh, hold on. I think I muted him because he got. Oh no. Yeah, I had muted him because he had some background noise, and I think he hung up. Leonard, pray us out, sir. Oh, just lost Leonard to everybody. Everybody jumping off. Boy, as soon as I call somebody, let me see who's still. I know Tucson's still here. Tucson, pray us out, sir. Tucson?
Okay. Yeah, I'm here. So God, we come and we We always glorify you because you're worthy of it. Don't know anyone else that is but you. You're our Alpha, Omega, beginning, end, first, last. And you give us instructions in righteousness. So not only do we need your help to be hearers of your word, but doers also. And then God bless the unbelievers that count your word unholy. And give them directions. Send the right people, the right place, at the right time, because I know you can. Because your will is that none be lost. So thank you, God, for what we have discussed and talked about. Bless this Morning Glow, DKM, Raheem, and family, and friends, and kindreds, and acquaintances, all of us, our circumstances, our situations, our heartaches, pains. We put it all in your hands, casting all of our cares on you because we know you care for us. Bless us as we go through this. Says, keep us in your care. And we pray it all in the mighty name of Jesus Christ. Amen.
Amen. Amen. It's been a great broadcast. I want to thank everybody for joining us. And more than that, I want to thank you for allowing DKM Media Group and Associates and the Morning Glow for being a part of your morning. It is now, 10:03. 10:03. You're about to exit the Morning Glow. But before you go, I want you to do me two favors, if you will. One, I want you to continue to pray for us because we are certainly praying for each and every one of you. Number two, why this is real simple, I want you to go out there, find somebody and give them a hug because you never know, it could be the only hug that they get, or it could very well be their last. Love you, and ain't nothing you can do about it. Have a great day and a better tomorrow. That we shine some of this light on you from the Morning Glow. Take it out there into this wicked and cruel world that we live in and let your light so shine. If you get an opportunity, give somebody some love. You just might find some love in return. Won't that be a beautiful thing? Have a great day. Take care of each other. And please, please, please be blessed. Give somebody some love and truth. They would appreciate it, and I'm sure that you will as well. Don't forget, we got a rebroadcast tomorrow. We'll be right back with you live Wednesday morning right here on DKM Media Group and Associates with the Morning Glow. Love you.